Sat Nam. Good morning. Another day in your life. How did sadhana go? So let's talk a little bit about sadhana. Sadhana is a prayer. Sadhana is a victory. Sadhana is the setup to a better day. So sadhana doesn't always mean sadhana's fun. It means, though, we do this to connect deeper to our soul so that we have more access to the wisdom and the light of our soul in God. Sadhana is a mirror of our soul's victory. So one of the things about sadhana is we want to have a relationship with our spiritual practice that sets us up to win. Meaning, we don't want to say, I'm going to do an hour sadhana when there's so many times I wake up late and I only have so much time and I know I really can only do 20 minutes. It's that sort of thing. So you can add in other practices that you already have, movements, other practices, but the idea is we're using the miracle mantra, Guru, Guru, Waheguru, Guru Ram Das Guru, with the mudra that we have used on the night we began and then the video I have given you to provide us a vortex for healing ancestral karma. This is a gift to our soul. The sadhana itself is mirroring our desire to wake up, our desire to be whole. One of the things about the mirrors that I am very present to is they're sort of like shifting doors. And all of the content of them really wants to deliver us at the seventh mirror, which provides me, you, those that work with spirit to wake up. It provides us an opportunity to understand the importance of our mind and what it's reflecting and how quick our mind is to separate us out of a situation. The mind isn't innately bad, but when it becomes overwhelmed, whether it's overwhelmed with love or hatred or confusion, we tend to wall up and separate from the other. This is the biggest tragedy and energetic that the mirrors reveal to us. I'm thinking of this right now. I'm a grandma. I love being a grandma, but I was a mother to an only child. So now my daughter has two daughters, and I have only watched the two of them a few times, and that's starting to be more and more. My point is, I have this feeling that it's going to be hard. My mind thinks about the difference in the energy of a 11th-month-old and a 4-year-old, and I make chaos in my energetic field. What happens for me, and I'll let you know how I do, the way I am dealing with the mirror and the energy of life in that situation separates me from aria and cadence rather than opening and getting closer to the situation and letting love and God and their souls communicate to me. I separate in my need to do a good job, do it right. You see, these are judgments too. Those are the second mirror. Even if I think I'm doing it to make me better or to help the situation, what it does is it separates me out. So I'll let you know how being whole and staying connected changes the situation. In your life, in this day, God will present many ways to love you, to teach you, and to encourage you to join life, to join the other, to connect to what's going on. And I wish you so much love and openness that it comes easy. Remember Mirrors do not only point out what's going wrong or what we need to fix, they also point out what's going right. I mean, the mere fact that we are connected in this way and you are listening to me and I have all of your beautiful faces in my mind and I am connected to you is a mirror of how much love we have in our lives, how much energy we have that longs to connect to the beauty and the spirit of our soul and the divine one. So, having said that, I want to say this to you. Today, the sun goes into the first degree of Leo, and it is a full moon. This is a very, very potent moon. I don't want to get too astro on you, but you all know I'm an astrologer, and I am mystified with the way the stars mirror where we're at. And it's interesting, there's so many dynamics. There's the stars, there's the sun, there's Mercury, Jupiter, Earth, other constellations. There's so many beautiful celestial beings of light that mirror us. And it's interesting, the ones that we choose, and we don't even know it, it's often a subconscious decision to be engaged with. Today, the Aquarius full moon is mirroring your heart. This full moon is an amazing vortex to end something that is hurting you. That's one of its biggest power, or to begin something new. So we're still sort of in the beginning of this transformation. So maybe that's a part of your full moon amplification. But maybe there's something going on in a relationship and you'd like to abolish your judgment about it, or you'd like to drop your critical thinking about somebody, or you'd like to let go of an unhealthy habit. I'm telling you, today, you are blessed. The entire cosmos is empowering you to make this choice. In this month, we are going to, in this first decan of Leo, we will discover what the Cancer season of upgrading our feelings really delivered. That's why we always say 40 days, because the universe brings in a certain lesson with the sun, and it takes 30 individual days before that lesson is complete, and it goes on to the next lesson. So we were in the lesson of learning and following our feelings, and now we are in the lesson of self-love. But what we learned and harnessed within our life in the season of Cancer and feeling doesn't come to fruition until 10 days into the next sign, which is self-love. So it's through self-love that you will be able to understand the power of some of the most difficult days of your life and feelings that came up during June and July. That's how it works. God is like this massive computer of light that has each one of us in the program to deliver us exactly what we need at exactly the right time with the optimum potential of elevating and going even higher. I wish you the very, 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 very best day. Happy full moon. Of course, I will be teaching on Saturday morning, and I will be all in my full moon juiciness. Please come and join me. For those of you that are doing the full experience, which means you're doing all the workshops and the discussion groups, I want to bring to your notice the discussion groups are on Tuesdays. There's 3 of them within the 40 days, and the first one is next Tuesday. I'm so sorry we can't do it in person because there is a class at the studio, so it will be on Zoom. But don't think it's not going to be connected, you guys. We need to get on Zoom and talk with each other. We're going to workshop any challenges and insight and ways that we can work this time together to be more connected, not only to ourselves, but to each other. Plus, I have a beautiful healing that's going to move the mirrors through your 7 chakras. Of course, Mohan Raj Singh will be there, and he'll be bringing his magic. I'm also reaching out to you that are in the full experience, getting you scheduled for your first private with me. The rest of you are totally into this. You can buy things a la carte. If you want to go to the next workshop, it's going to be next Saturday, not this one, the next, July 31st. But in the meantime, you're in it. You're doing sadhana. You're listening to these recordings. You're getting the text prompt prompting you to be mystified by the mirrors of God. When you think of a mirror, when we stand in front of a mirror, it reflects us, but it's not the real us. Remember that when you're triggered, good or bad, the whole story is not in the mirror. The whole story and the real healing lives in your heart. We're working together. All of the souls on earth are intricately connected at this time. Make no mistake, everybody in this 40-day 7 mirrors of a scene with the Kundalini magic, we've come together for a very, very magical reason. Let's stay connected and find out why.